Hello everybody, welcome back to Crafting Chaos with Melanie. I hope everybody's doing good today. I am so excited about today's video. There's a lot of cuteness. There's a lot of cuteness in today. And I just want to say I appreciate all my new subscribers for subscribing to the channel and all the comments that are coming in. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate that. So today we are going to be using some of the apples that we made on yesterday's video. So there's another stamp set and a die set that I'm going to bring in today. And once again, the products being used today is from the Greetery. And they have beautiful, beautiful stamp sets and dies. They're different. They're very different. I'm trying very hard to be good and not go back and spend a bunch of money because they have so much that I want. It's insane. But today we are going to be making a tag that I think I might put on my tree. And we're going to be making 3 cards, one of which is a shaker card. And yeah, I think that's what we're going to do today. All right, so the next stamp set that I want to bring in from the Greetery is a sentiment set. Now this is called, let's see, phrases, fall foodie phrases. And this is a big one. I should have sized it. I should have seen what the measurements are on this, but I did not. Once again, it's really cool because they do have the little code you can open with your camera, and it takes you straight to a lookbook with all their fall products. It's so cool. It's so cool. So what I did, this has a lot of sentiments. You have some larger words, and then you have some smaller phrases to go with it. So what I did to show you really quick is I stamped some of these out so you could see some of the things that we made, or how you can use it. And guys, there's so much more. Let me see here what I got here. All right, let's see. I have, hey pumpkin. I have, you're the apple of my pie. You're the apple of my eye. Isn't this cool? Nuts, I forgot your birthday. I absolutely love this one. Hey cutie pie. You're awesome to the core. Hello sweetie pie. Have a sweet birthday. Have a sweet Halloween. And here's a couple of the, or 3 of the bigger apple, Appley, and pie. So you do Appley ever after. They have, I didn't stamp it out, but you also have like Thanksgiving on here. Happy fall. There's one, you're the spice too. So you're the spice to my pie. I love that one. Happy Thanksgiving, Halloween. There is so much on here you can do. And if you were to get that stamp set, I would do what I normally do when I get a sentiment stamp set like that, is just sit down and just see what I can make with it first. And I do go to the website, guys. Use it. That's why it's there. They have excellent samples. And when you get a word stamp set like that and all the phrases, sometimes it's really hard to just sit and come up with it on your own, because it all kind of goes together, or it does in my world. So they have a really cool lookbook, and on that lookbook they have all kinds of phrases that you can use with that stamp set. So we're using that today. We're also using the apples that we used from the caramel apple die set. And I got a background die, which is stunning. This is stunning. This is 4.5 or 4 1/4 by 5.5, so it's an A2 card front. And what it does, it cuts out the frame, and it bosses and does cuts in between each one. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. This is so gorgeous, and it has the texture on it. You have the embossed and you have the debossed side. This is beautiful. I did this in a brown. This was just in a cream, and I just went over it with some ink. And something else you could do that I discovered, because for some reason I went back too hard and it did, some of the pieces were popping out. And so what's really cool, you can cut these out, right? Actually, you don't even need to cut. You can just pop them out. Let's see here. You could pop these out and have sentiment strips. These are cool. This is a beautiful die set. I can't wait to see, for you to see how I use that today. And then we are doing our little nuts and our shaker bits. So this is called nuts. And I think this is just fall shaker. I tagged it in my video yesterday, and I will make sure I tag it today. Okay, so let's get started. Guys, I prepped everything today so the video wouldn't be so long, because I just wanted to show you some different ways of using it. So what I'm doing with this one is we are going to make a tag. And I will probably put this on my tree, I'll be honest with you. All right, so what I did, this right here is a tag that I got off of Etsy under Genevieve Designs. I will link the link down below. It's a digital tag set, and it's got all kinds. It's got different tags, sizes. It has circle tags, rectangle frames. It's really cool. And I love how it looks distressed. So I just cut, actually this was already cut out in my stash, so I grabbed that. Then I got a second smaller one, and I just stamped on it Sweet Apple. And I used Catherine Pooler terracotta ink for this. My favorite fall color this year. This is the apple that we did yesterday, and I put the little bow on it, and I just grabbed some, this was in my scraps, so I got it out to kind of layer up on the card. I love this. And then we have some ribbon. So all we're going to do is lay this down, and I'm going to get my glue. While I'm gluing, I'm going to tell you a little story about my glue press. So I got it out this morning, and I thought it was stopped up, right? So I go fiddling with it, and me being used to art glitter glue and not thinking a thing about it, I broke it, guys. There's a metal tip right here, and for some reason, I was like, oh no, the lid got stuck. It broke. The little metal tip in the lid broke, and I broke it. And I had to get online and order another one. I felt like such an idiot. All right, so we're going to glue that down. Now, there's a lot of glue on this, but we're covering that up. That's okay. You're not going to see it. I definitely, a little bit too much glue there, but that's all right. All right. So then we're going to take the apple, and the apple's going to go right on that. And this is going to go up here. It's kind of going to lay. Look how cute that is. I love this. So the first thing we're going to do is put the tag on, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get the tag on. And I just cut some ribbon, and I got this to the side here. I want to show you. I get these at Michael's. They have them every year for the different holidays. Look at this, how pretty. This is just stunning ribbon, and this is from last year. I bought 2 of them because I love using ribbon in my mini albums. So I don't know if Michael's, I know Michael's has one. I'm sure it's a little different this year, but this is Celebrate It Trim Bundle, and it's not that expensive. This thing, not on sale, is $9.99, and I used a coupon. And I tell you what, I may have even got it with the fall where it was 40% off. I'm not for sure, but I think that is a really good deal. Even if you pay $10 for all that is not bad. So I did cut some ribbon out of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thicker ribbon, and I'm just going to string it through here. Speed up a little bit, Melanie. All right, so I'm just going to take this. I'm going to go through here, the loop, and you're going to be really careful. I have to be really careful pulling because I don't have a reinforcer there, and I don't want to break that hole, tear that hole. All right, so I have that. And what I'm going to do is I actually want to tack this down a little bit. I don't want this to move. I don't want it to be completely glued down. Sorry about that. That was my ATG gun. But I do want it to where it's kind of setting to the side. And then I'm going to take our 2 ribbons, and one's rickrack and the other's just a little, you know, all this ribbon goes together. And I love this because I'm taking something, you wouldn't necessarily think of candy apples being vintage, like making it vintage. But, you know, I'm all about making stuff look old. And I think this will look really cute on my tree. So I will probably just do this as a hang tag on my tree, to be honest with you. All right, so I'm just going to tie that like that. And we're going to come in here. Guys, I'm not a bow. I am horrible at bows. But we're going to do it. I don't know how this rickrack's going to... No, I do not like that. No. All right. We are not going to use the rickrack. So let's just... See, sometimes you get to change your mind, right? We're just going to bring this in. just going to come down and make a little bow with this, and this should look okay. I don't know, this type of ribbon. No, I am not liking that. Okay, we are not using that. We're just going to use this right here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to come in here with my apple, and I'm going to pop this apple up. And see, I tacked that, and I want it to come down a little bit further. I don't like it there. So we're going to flip this over, and we are going to put some foam adhesive on this. So let me just see what I got over here in my drawer. These are just hanging out, so let's just use these right here. All right. Okay, so let's take these off. These are from the Dollar Tree. I keep them over to the right of me in my little desk drawer. I always have them. And we're going to put that there. Come down just, oh guys, this is so pretty. Wait, I don't think I want it exactly. I think I want it like that. I do have a little leaf here, and I'm going to just stick that in there on this side. So let's just glue this. Now this leaf is from the die set. These are a beautiful detailed leaf. I love it. Look at that, how pretty. And I think we should go ahead and put a couple of the apples down here. Let's see. I want to pick those out. Nope. You know what? We're just going to leave it. I like it the way it is. All right. So that is project 1. Look at that. How pretty. Oh my goodness. I love that. That will look gorgeous on my tree. I will, I'm going to get a little pop dot here. I will take pictures of this. You know, guys, believe it or not, I don't have my tree done. I've got to get it done. Here it is, September, what, 11th today. This is airing on September 14th, I believe. No, I don't know what day. This is going up on a Wednesday, so that is not wanting to stick. All right. Well, guys, these are just not good. Let's pull some glue in here. What in the world? I don't know where these come from, but they are not good. All right. Okay. Put those on there. And I'm just going to let that dry before I take that off. There. I think that's dry enough. And we're going to take this. Nope, it's not. I'm going to let this set to the side and dry before I do the back. All right, look how pretty that is. Oh, that's so pretty. I love that. Okay, let's go on to project 2. All right, so project 2, we're doing a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card, so you need a card base. This is from the paper from the other day. Remember, I had done a couple of videos, right? And so I had made a couple of sheets of paper, and I said I wasn't going to let it waste. I'm going to use this up. Look how pretty this is. This is beautiful paper. We made that with what, cardstock. So I'm just going to use this, right? So I'm going to tack this down with my ATG gun. And on it, I took black ink, and I put "You're Awesome to the Core." See, and it's so much fun. Like if you're doing something like a bunch of dies or a bunch of stamped images, just sit down and do a bunch. Just do a bunch of images, sit in front of the TV, cut them out, die cut them, whatever. And I got that a little crooked, but that's okay. I'm going to go with it. And cut them out. And then just sit down and mass produce. Just have everything. What I did was, and I still have some here to the side, I just took them and just put them out and made a bunch of cards with them. You know, little projects. And I still have some. All right, so this is simple. I just did "You're Awesome to the Core." And this is a leftover piece. This is from a project that we're going to be seeing in a minute. And I just want this for a visual interest. It's almost like a frame. And even in decor right now, people are doing this. They're just putting on a gallery wall. Now this is coming out really, I have to be very mindful because this is the bigger tip because I screwed up the other one and had to spend $9 to get it fixed because of what I did. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this on here, right? And I just glued that down. This is a pretty card. This turns out to be a very pretty card. All right, we're going to put that down. Just hold it down for a second, and I think I need a little glue here, just a little bit, and we're going to take that down. All right, and then we're going to take our apple. We have, this is the one that I embossed twice with clear embossing powder, and to me this looks just like a candy apple. This looks like my candy apples. My candy apples have those air bubbles, and this one does too. This is one of my favorite ones. All right, let me get my Scotch tape, my handy dandy Scotch tape, and we're going to pop this up. All right, and we're just going to bring this to the side. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that card. That is so pretty. Do we need some little sequin? No, I'm not. You could put some little things here. Let's see here. I don't think I'm going to do it. I kind of like that. Let's see here. Oh, I know what we could do. We could do some of the red stones in this. Yes. Bring it down here by the core. Let's find another one. Bring it up here. And one more. Right there we go. Nope. See, sometimes you don't like it. I like it just like that. I think that is beautiful. I think that is beautiful just the way it is. How pretty is that? And all that is a background that we made. This is a frame left over from the project we're going to do, and I just used it to make a little visual interest there. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, let's go. Project 3. Okay, so this one, I used the die cut, so I used that plank die set to cut this out. And I cut it out in several different colors, and I wound up going with white because I like the white. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my ATG on this, and I'm going to make sure I put a lot on it because I don't want this to come loose, because the slats, what I would call a slat, is actually got little cuts in it. So I'm trying to prevent those from coming up. So let's see here. We're going to put this on. And anytime I do an A2 card full panel, I always start in the top corner, and I do my corners first. That way, if there's any extra, it comes off the edge and it's easy to trim. But that came out perfect. Next, I'm just going to take this sheet of paper, and this came from a piece of 6x6 paper. And here it is. It was like this, and I cut it down. And this is a 2-inch. Let me see if I told you right. Yep, this is 2 inches by 4 1/4, and I'm just going to add this to the bottom of the card. Just to give it a little bit more interest. Bring in a little color on this white panel, and I'm just going to do the same. I'm going to come to the corner, and I'm going to put that down. Now, I want something else here, and I got this rickrack, and I love this rickrack. I think that looks so cute. So I'm going to get my Barely Art glue because I need a fine tip, and I messed up my fine tip. So we are going to come through here with just some glue, right? Now, Barely Art does dry clear. See, this is why I like the precision press. Look at that needle. See, that's what happens. And it's a mess. I love that glue gun. I'm telling you, I love it. All right. So we're going to put this there. And we're going to press down just for a minute and let that grab. Okay? I'm going to let that grab. Now, you could have tucked it under, but I didn't want to do that because this rickrack is a little bit thick, and you're going to tell there's something under there, and I don't want that. All right, so let's put a little bit more glue here. This is going to take a minute or two to set up because it's the Barely Art. It's not like the Art Glitter Glue. The Art Glitter Glue just takes a second or two, but this one does take a minute, so I have to be very careful. All right, I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to get a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to cut that. All right. Okay. Now we got our apple. Now this is a little bit warped, so we're going to do some foam adhesive because it helps with that. There we go, and we're going to stick the apple on there. Okay. Man, I'm just having all kinds of trouble with this foam stuff today. All right, so we're going to stick this on there. Let's go down a little bit. And look how that apple looks on that plaid. That looks so good. And I do have the little bow, and I embossed that with the Wow embossing powder by Wow. It's Glitz, and you can get this at catherinepuller.com. This is the inspired by Catherine Puller. So it's designed to go with her ink line. And it does match. There's an ink color called Glitz, and man, it's pretty spot on. All right, I'm going to go up here with the bow. I don't want to go all the way to the top. I think it would be so cool if you had like cellophane and you wrap the apple and it looked like a candy apple. This I just heat embossed Happy Fall, and I just cut it at an angle, and we're going to stick it there as if it is a little tag. So we're going to take that, and I'm just going to stick that there. Look how pretty that is. And there you go. That is card number 2. Isn't that pretty? I love this card. This card, I love this card. I love the apple. Okay, so card number 2. All right, guys, I had to do it. I have to make a shaker. Now, before we get into that, here's something else I did. We're going to do Halloween treat bags, and I'll probably do it more towards the end of the month because I want to actually use them for Halloween. But I did want to include it in September videos. So this is so cute and so easy. You have a little Halloween bag. Maybe it's even a brown bag, and you could tie the top of it, have Happy Halloween, and have this off as your tag. That would be so cute. So that's all I did. That came from the stamp set. So I did the apple and put the little Halloween tag on it. So I'm sure you're going to see this later when we do those treat bags. I also got a stamp set in from May Made It, her Stamp Club stamp that we're going to be using for treat bags. But I thought I would show you that. That's just really cute. Let's just put that over there. That's a cutie. All right, now we are going to do the shaker. Okay. Here's another sheet of that paper that we made. I put, the sentiment is going to be Old Nuts, I Forgot Your Birthday. I love it. I think it is precious. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this down. Now I'm doing it landscape. I'm doing it landscape because of the sentiment. The sentiment made me turn the card around. And this is 4 by 5.5. Let me pull this down here so I can see it and get it straight. That first one I did not get straight. Okay. All right. So we got that down, right? Now, this is going to be our shaker. And I already did the steps in it because I've shown you before. This is acetate, and what I did is I cut 3 or 4 of the frames because I want this one to be tall, okay? I want it to be tall because of the shaker bits are a little bit thicker. So I glued together 3 or 4 of the frames, and I put the acetate in it, and then I put the foam all the way around it, right? And this is the cutout from inside, so I know it's going to fit perfectly. So I want to place that where I think I'm going to want it. All right, and there's a little, okay, so I think we're going to go right there with it. So let's go ahead and take this down. Make sure that it's, and I'm just going to glue this down. I want to come over just a little bit, right? Okay, now, this is going to go over right on top of it, right? And it fits perfectly. But we got to put our shaker bits in it. So this is all nuts, right? Let's see. Where's the one that I have open? So we are going to put some nuts in here. Well, let me just get some out, because these are going to go everywhere. All right. So we're going to put some nuts in here, and see those are substantial. These are not itty bitty. That's why I wanted to make sure the shaker was tall. And I'll tell you what else we're going to put in here. We're going to hand pick some, okay? It's going to take a minute. We are going to put some of the shaker elements, but we want to be, I want some of these in chocolate because it's going to show up better. So I'm just putting some of these in it. Apple. Let's see. Let's do another apple over here and do some more of these. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down a few of these apples, right? We're going to glue a couple of these apples down so they don't move. So let's just go here and we're going to put a little dab of glue. We're going to take this apple and we're just going to set it down, okay? And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm just going to take this apple and we're going to put it there. Okay. I just wanted a couple of little apples glued down. Okay, let's put this to the side. All right, we're going to see how that looks. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so let's take down. All right, let's take this down. I do have a little bit of an open fence. Remember, we built a fence to keep everything in, right? And I see that I have a little bit of an opening, so I'm going to cover that up. I'm going to cover that up. I'm going to go right there, go in. We're going to cover that up. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to take off all this backer, right? I need to order some foam strips that are very thin like this because this is a pain. I'll tell you, I don't like doing thin shakers because it's pain, it's pain, it's pain. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Bearly Art because of that fine tip, and I'm just going to dot some glue all over this foam because I want it to make sure that it glues down. Okay. All right, so let's take that off. And I'm going to bring this down a little bit, guys. I need to see it. So we're going to take this, and I'm just going to make sure all the elements are in there. We're going to glue that down. Right. This is so good. I love this. Oh, nuts. I forgot your birthday. Oh, that's so cute. And then look at this. Look how cute that is. Now, we need some foam adhesive on this side of the apple because of how high that is. So we are going to have to double this up. And all I do is cut a long piece and just flip it over and double it up. Right? So it's going to go on this side, right? Yep. There we go. And then we're going to put some glue right here to glue this part down. Put this right about there. I'm just holding this down for a second because I am using a liquid glue. Oh, guys, I love this. Is that not just the cutest thing ever? Look at that card. I have to make more of these. I love this. I think I'm going to make a full shaker. Now, let's see how it would look to bring some of this chocolate out here. No, I'm not a fan of the chocolate bits. It's supposed to be a little chocolate. That's the only thing I'm not a fan of. But let's see here. Let's see. Let's bring a few of the apples. We have a little... So you're kind of bringing some of the element. Oh, yeah. And then let's bring one down here. And you got your triangle. Love it. Absolutely love it. All right, so let's just take this, a little dab of glue. Dab of glue and a dab of glue on that plastic. All right. You have to put this pen back in this glue or it just dries out so fast. So okay. There we go. Look at that. How pretty is that? Oh my goodness. I had a ball. I had a ball. When I get off this today, I'm actually going to make some more of these because I absolutely love it. Love this card. Okay, guys. Let me know which one you like. All right. We have the Old Nuts. I forgot your birthday. Absolutely love this card. And I love this background paper. This background paper and these colors of these apples look amazing. All right, so we have that. Let's see here. We have our Happy Fall with the caramel and nuts. We have You're Awesome to the Core using our frame. And we have our sweet tag, our sweet apple tag. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and remember, give me a like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications, and leave me a comment. Let me know which one you like. Do you like the tag, the core, the frame apple, or the frame card, just the plank card, or the shaker card? I don't know. I like them all. I absolutely love them all. These are so pretty. I'll make sure I have everything linked in the description as always. And until tomorrow, I will see you again. Bye.